Hello, hello, Guardians. I am Ransom Rider, playing my favorite game, Destiny 2. Guardians, I'm up all night. I'm up all night. I took a nap. Okay, here's the deal. I took a nap. I laid down early. Guess what? It wasn't a nap, it was like a long sleep. And now I'm up all night. I'm up all night. Got some hot green tea with lemon, and I want to hang out with you. Let's do it together inside of Destiny 2. Chat is live. I'm live. Havoc, how are you, buddy? Join me, Havoc. Join me for an up all night showing of Destiny. K-Fizz, Speakeasy Bob. Unused. What's everybody doing? This is like bedtime. It's bedtime. Let's dig right in. I want to dig right in and just get into something fun inside of Destiny because I'm up all night. K-Fizz, this is real gamer hours. Unused, what are you doing up? Q, you were up too? Everybody's here? The whole gang is here? Havoc, can you believe it? It is like an alternate reality. Everybody's up. I thought there would be nobody here. I really did. I'm like, there's going to be nobody here. And that's not how it works at all. That's not how it works. All right, come on, monitor. Wake up. Wake up. Videos. I'm live. All right, it's not responding. Go back to sleep then. All right, I want to get us to jump right into. I'm going to wake up with. I'm going to be fully awake with a Vanguard playlist. These are always just a ton of fun for me. Q, you don't sleep till like 5 a.m.? Woo, my gosh. I mean, that's like time for a good breakfast. That is time for a good breakfast, really. Brad was up as well? Brad is still on. Brad is still on. Q, you work nights. Brad, hello, buddy. Hello, hello. It's an up all night broadcast. Brad, I fell asleep thinking I was going to take a nap. I stayed in bed too long. Now I woke up thinking, it's time for breakfast. Where's the bacon? Where's the bacon? I am indeed. As is a whole crew of people. Like there's a whole crew of people here. I can't believe it. Okay, now I'm flying in. I'm flying in. Guys, if y'all want to like stay up late, we should go do a Crota's End for fun. I'm all about it. If we could get a team of six, five others, we definitely go in.
Have stockpiled a significant amount of light.
Now, this 6 is up. Destiny of Chaos is up. Hello, Destiny of Chaos. Now, these guys were, they were computer matched. They were computer matched. But they're part of my fire team right now. Right now. And I want to get in here and let's push back the darkness. The Fallen are certainly up. But we're gonna put them back down. We're gonna put them back down. You're gonna go to rest, Fallen. Go rest. Oh, why do you say that, Brad? Is the controller helping you get those headshots better? Is it precise, super precision? Get out of here, Captain. He used to torment me. No heavy? What? No heavy? Where's the popcorn? Where's the popcorn? Ugh. Am I... Is it just me in Destiny of Chaos? Popcorn. Ugh, he scared me. I was scared. Now, all of a sudden, we switched to the Hive. We've switched to the Hive. Eric, how are you, buddy? Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm up all night.
How long are you playing on? Go on, Nancy.
Ola, how goes it?
I'm good. I'm on PvP right now.
Now, chat, make your voice heard. Join me inside of Discord. We have a chat. I have my own chat in here. They labeled it. They titled it Ransom's Chat. Somebody was really good to do that. Havoc, I think it was you. Havoc, what are you playing? Are you in Final Fantasy 14 riding the chocobos? Are you riding the chocobos? He's got to ride like the wind, to be free again. Oh my gosh. Miss Wizard, I've seen you before, and I've partied with your kind. I don't want to party with your kind no more. Let's get the ghost. Get the ghost. Bye, trader. Vanguard, how are you? Havoc says he's doing the Endwalker story in Final Fantasy 14. I guess what Final Fantasy did I really like where the guys had the fancy car and they all like hung out together? I liked that one. Was it? I thought it was maybe Final Fantasy 15.
Spikes up ahead. That must be their stockpiles of stolen.
Now we're on the Final Fantasy remakes, and I think there's a new one coming out, or it just came out.
Figured out a way to store our life. Batteries to power their rituals.
Oh, I got an exotic. Brad, what have you been playing?
I've been grinding PvP like a no life.
And which controller did you buy?
It's called the GameSir G7 SE. So I mainly bought it because it was like really cheap for what it offered. It was $45, and it's like it's got customizable buttons and all that.
But you're loving it.
Oh yeah, I'm loving this thing. I'm getting my money's worth out of it.
I thought about grabbing a new controller, one more suited for PC and Microsoft. I do really like the PS5 controller, but I would definitely... Come on, Strand.
Yeah, if you're looking for a controller, I would recommend this one. I mean, it's a little small, but I mean, it fits in my hand just fine.
I do have big hands. I've got big hands.
Yeah, it may be a little small for you then.
And is it wireless or wired?
It's wired.
Wired?
My god, this thing is wired. It's like a 12-foot cable.
I keep my PS5 controller plugged into the computer all the time. I don't even know if it would work. But because I game a lot, you know, you have to have it for the battery life, really. But, you know, I'm told that they will have a new PS5 version 2 that's coming out. That will have a much longer battery life. Get out of here, witch! Or blighted blizzard, blighted wizard. Go back to Dairy Queen. You sound like a dessert. The blighted blizzard. Only at Dairy Queen.
Dessert.
Chocolate and raisins. That's what it would
It'd be like super dark chocolate or something like dyed like
There are more of those
a purplish like black.
light batteries.
Yeah.
The hive must be preparing them for trade.
Mike Oxlong, how are you, buddy? Hello, hello.
Prepare to intercept.
Chat, we should do something. You're stuck in Baldur's Gate? You know, I thought I should get back, you know, with some Baldur's Gate. And I've just saw where there's going to be another expansion, and people say they like it again. Alright, he threw down a bubble. You threw down a bubble, sir. You're a party pooper. But I did enjoy Baldur's Gate. You know, I had it on PS5, and I ended up having to delete it to just get room. You know, I needed room. Oh, these Guardians are on it. They knew the drill. And look, he's already gone immune. And somebody's popping the orbs. Savathuni's ghost is already out. Let's get her. Ogre, it's running amok. I'm going to use my throwing shield and go crazy town. Well, my throwing spear, rather. This is the synaptic spear. Not to be confused with the Spear of Destiny. I know there was a Spear of Destiny in something. I just don't remember what it was. Look at these old girls. Get out of here, old girls. Stop spewing hatred on the battlefield. Another one? You take one down and 10 pop up. Now I'm super. Ogre on the battlefield. Ogre on the battlefield. He's gone. This team is good. I don't remember. Stop tracking to her. You can't do nothing against her. Let's grab a synaptic spear. This really should have been called the Spear of Destiny. I mean, this should have been called the Spear of Destiny. Squirrel Optic, how are you, buddy? Thanks for the invite. As soon as I get out of here, let's do something. Watch him spin as fast as I can spin, and I've got my spin turned up pretty good. I could have been a ballerina. Well, not really, but in my mind, I pretend that I could have been. Black Swan, Black Swan. Alright, what gun is this? Sally's. Let me pop him with some Sally's. Teammate down. I'm running for you, teammate. Ah. It was a witch. She was spewing hatred on the battlefield. Miss Hatred, your table's ready. Party of one, Miss Hatred. Look at him. He's fancy with a big crown. You're never gonna be a la cool. I don't know how many ghosts you're gonna have, but it's not gonna help you. Oh, look at that. Hello, ghost. Hello. And he's gone. And just like that, we've cleared the Cosmodrome. Well, not really, because we know there's thousands more where these came from. Now, was he named, or was he just vile? Mike, you've definitely been playing as a Dark Urge, trying to refrain from every urge. It's been per chaos. Alright, now, I want to get up to space. Get up. Let's give these guys some commendations. Hello, Marasov. Hello. Wow, this Hunter, Destiny of Chaos. You look good, buddy. How did you do? 93. I got 145. Marasov got 129. The team was phenomenal. 407,000 for Destiny of Chaos. He was working that Spear of Destiny. Synaptics. All right, now somebody sent me an invite. Where are they? Let's get them in here. Squirrel. Hello, Squirrel. Now, Squirrel, I want to invite Squirrel. And I thought he was in my friends list. I really did. Squirrel Optic. All right, buddy. I'm going to accept this. I'm going to accept it. Let's do something good. He's on the tower. Squirrel, you're on the tower. All right, I don't want to fly to the tower right now. I want to stay busy. When you're up all night, stay busy. Let's see what Brad's doing. Brad, are you still awake enough to play? Brad's in control, so don't leave that, Brad. You don't want a nasty gram coming at you at, early morning, 8
Don't worry,
a.m.
game's about to end. We're getting steamrolled.
Speakeasy Bob is here, but now Speakeasy Bob, he might be going to go into work at some point. Let's get him an invite. Uniquely Stellar is online. Get in here, Uniquely Stellar. What are you doing, girl? Now, I do know there's lots going on. I got that new color shader inside of Gambit. I know it's a dirty word. Don't speak dirty words. Don't say the G word, Gambit. But sometimes you just have to do it. Squirrel is in my friends list. I was curious about that. I'm going to send an invite to Squirrel. Havoc, you only have one full playthrough of what? You can't have played through Final Fantasy. Oh, of Baldur's Gate. You did a full play. I think I did a full playthrough of Baldur's Gate. Seems like I faced the end times of that. But now I didn't play Season 2. And they're probably headed into Season 4, right? So I would have a lot of catching up to do. A lot of catching up. Now, thank you for joining me, guys. Speakeasy Bob and Squirrel Optic is here. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Hexy, I don't know. I thought I was taking a nap. I thought I would lay down for 30 minutes. I woke up a.m. I woke up early a.m. and I thought, what better to do? I'm a gamer. Like, this is my gamer cred right here. I'm earning my gamer cred. I'm going to get a jacket that says gamer credentials earned. But Hexy, what are you doing? What are you up to? There's so many people here in chat. The whole crew is here. Well, I want this thing. What is it doing? All right, there it goes. Savala, it is very much past my bedtime. You know, I'm heading into today's bedtime. Oh man, I like this. This is the Red Keep. Anytime that we can take out Big Hive, take out Big Hive. Now, I want to swap to something else. Let's do this. I don't want to do it. I'll do it for a minute. I will play with Wish Keeper for a minute. I think I have to go and get this redone. I have to rebuild it. I was with EXO today and K-Fizz. K-Fizz is in the house right now live. I was with EXO and K-Fizz and we ran Starcrossed, the mission. And I got my final catalyst, but I do need to go to Mars. There's going to be a trip to Mars that I need. And I'm going to build it because this thing will spew. I am told now that it spews threadlings. And we all know threadlings are the best little monsters to ever hit the game. You know, they go forth and they chew through everything that stands in their way. It's almost like, they're almost like Siva. I mean, I think we could really say threadlings, children of Siva. Now, am I going to stick with this? Maybe. And because I'm a Strand fan, if you've played with me in the past, Chad, Strand, it does a Guardian good. That's just how I feel about it. Now, did somebody clear this? Speakeasy Bob, you know, he's a dynamo. Just fully charged, ready to go all the time. And he's in here pushing back the darkness. Take him down, Speakeasy Bob. Now, why Speakeasy Bob why are you a 9? You play all kinds of fantastic stuff. You do solo content. You're a content creator. You should be a 10. What do you need, buddy? We could work on it together. Now, something, I know that I have to, like, activate this. Did I just do that? Somebody else might have this thing on. Now, wait a minute. Do I hip fire? I hip fire and then it's Snare Weaver. I've got the left-hand side of my screen were Snare Weavers. We gotta weave something that's gonna snare them. Snare them up good. Cue the music. Cue the music. Now, chat, Brad's on his way to being a PvP god, and I am glad about that. Take him down, Brad. Now, PvP, it is Guardian against Guardian. You're sharpening your skill set. You know, it is a requirement. If you want a full completion, man, somebody's putting the soul down. If you want a full completion on a lot of different things inside of Destiny, you're going to have to dip your toes into at least the shallow end of PvP. But possibly more than that, even. You know, you might have to do more than... Is that another witch? Snare Weaver. I think there's a song they wrote about it. It's, you know, it's almost like Dreamweaver. Almost. Now, if I put Wish Keeper away with a full Snare Weaver active, When I pull it out, is Snare Weaver still active?
It should stay.
What you've done.
Brad says it should stay. I feel like it should stay, but I'm a little scared to try it because I want my Snare Weaver up on this upper level. We're running for the big O tower. This is a big tower, and guess what? It's got a big elevator. A big elevator. You know what? Were we asleep when they built this? How did we let them build this gigantic tower? And like we didn't know. And all of a sudden we flew in here one day. We had spaceships that had rocket launchers on them. Amanda Holiday was working overtime, and we were all surprised. How? How does it happen that way? Now, you saw Snare Weaver in action, you know, but it's not mobile. It's just sitting down there. Those few nasty hive, they're gone. And now, you know, my little traps do nothing. They do nada. I'm gonna need something better out of you, Wishkeeper. I really am. Moo, hello. Dwight, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. Dwight, I appreciate you hanging out with me. You've been hanging out with me for a very long time, and thank you, buddy. Moo, what's up with you? Hexy is also skill sharpening. It's something all we Guardians have to do. Sharpen skills. We all have to do it. You step away from the game, you know, you miss a few days, a few weeks, maybe a month. It's possible. And you come back and all of a sudden it's like, wow, I am rusty. Now, I read something about we're going to get something about, you know, character switches. I don't remember exactly what it is. I need to read more about it. Read more about it.
Your like character appearance, like your actual character appearance.
Yeah, and whoever tab increased too.
When does that go active, guys? When does it go active? Or is it active now?
That'll be in some update. I think it said before Final Shade. So yeah, it's a very, very big time frame.
I didn't really understand it because you can't change the fact that you're like, you know, an Exo, an Awoken. You know, you can't do anything like changing that, right?
That's what you're gonna be able to change.
We are going to be able to change that. I can be an Awoken.
Yeah, construction fancy.
I don't know if it does or not. I like being an Exo. I'm a human, and Awokens are close to human with really pretty eyes. And they were, at one point in their development, they were human. They were on an Exodus ship fleeing the solar system when they were kind of sidetracked, and somehow Riven got thrown into the mix. But I always thought, you know, I want to be something extraordinary. You know, what if they rip an arm off? I want to have it rebuilt. You know, I can be rebuilt. We have the technology. So I will look forward to finding out how it all works. I would have really just them said that every look that you've ever earned can be released as ornaments without you having to pay for it. That would have been like really grand.
That would have made 4-8 up down there useless.
Because we're limited to how many ornaments a season? Just a few.
10.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and we have to work for Ada 1. Ada, you know, get the forges back. If we're going to have to work for you, I want forges back. Alright, I'm going to go super and just beat up on the hive. Popcorn to the party. Popcorn to the party. Look at that old guy over there. I see the moon. It's made of cheese. Oh, this is Daughter of Crota. We got your father and we got you. I know the hive must just be, you know, if they're keeping score, why haven't they surrendered at this point? Every leader that came to our system, we have now taken them down. None are left standing except for Savathun, and she's smart enough that we'll never get Savathun. As she loses her nasty little ghost, you know, she will become mortal. Basically. Well, no, she still has her throne world. Will she ever be mortal? I'm not sure. Now, that bow, I try to love it. I really do. I'm going malfeasance. And, you know, well, wait a minute. I'm up all night. And I'm going to do something for fun. Let's go shotguns and let's shotgun it up. 3 shotguns. Now, if you deal distance damage, this is not good for you, 007, to do 3 shotguns. But I have fellow teammates in here. This is a pre-made party. Speakeasy Bob is with me. And I'm with Squirrel. What is Squirrel's full name? Let's take a look.
Beneath the ruins of the cosmic
Squirrel Optic 34.
Located the House of Devil's Lair and the High Civitor, feeding them their strength.
007, you know, I should have been born on the Cosmodrome with a shotgun in my hand. It would have felt good for him to say, my ghost should have said, I've given you a shotgun. It'll get us through this. You have unlimited ammo. Those are words that I would have liked to have heard. Instead, my ghost said, let's get out of here. We got to get back to the last city. And speaking of Cosmodrome, here we are. Here we are. Now, you can fight your way through this big bunch, but just let them take each other out. When you run into an enemy moves against itself, they will actually move against themselves. Somebody left. Somebody left. Squirrel Optics, maybe. He might have had to leave.
You send me an invite and I can join.
Alright, let's get Brad an invite. Let's get Brad an invite.
Oh, okay, somebody filled in already.
Kitten Meow. How are you? Hello, hello, kitten. Whoa, look at the fireballs. Oh, no, you don't, man.
I'll join after that one.
Alright. This is like a really, I like this. This is a good one, even at the higher difficulties. Like, I'm a fan of this. This is brought forward from D1, and back in the day, and Havoc can, you know, he can testify to this. Testify, Havoc. I was really, you know, I would get in here and be like, oh no, as soon as we scan this, they're going to come out and try to track us down. And that is what they did. You know, that's what they tried to do. And back in those days, it put fear in my heart. Fear was in my heart. Because these hives were rotten back in the day. These fallen were rotten back in the day. And I didn't like it. But guess what? They gave me blue weapons. Nobody would like it.
Just so you know, there's more fallen than hive on the way.
Dwight, I need to do better. I need to do better on practicing it. I had some lessons in working with my sword the other day. You know, holding the grenade, and a couple of other folks came in and said, you know, you need to be better, Ransom. And I agreed. I was like, yes, I need to be able to sword skate. And Sparrow, I need to be able to do the same on my Sparrow. Look at all of this. And a bunch of witches have gained up. They might have a social club. It's possible. Oh. I don't know what I was thinking, but I've got Tractor Cannon in because Tractor Cannon is a shotgun. Right? Tractor Cannon's a shotgun. If you need shotgun kills, take Tractor Cannon. It's going to be your friend. No, you don't, Switchblade Susie.
Barrier is down. We can move now.
Get her out of here and reload my weapon. Tractor Cannon's thick. It's a big weapon. It's very thick. There's a rocket launcher that, like, you know, devours your entire screen. Oh, that fire just burned through him. He disintegrated before my very eyes. Now, Chad, I'm going to just say here, I do feel like they have gotten... Sometimes there's so much going on my screen, like it blocks my view of what what I really need to be focused on. Taking down the enemies. Alright, I want to do this because this walker... I got it with Tractor Cannon. Did it work? Maybe I need to get this bunch. Whoa, he knocked me back. And he's gone. Now let's run over here to this door. Because see that? Look at it. There is no escape for you, Mr. Captain. You could have joined the House of Light. We could have been friends. We could have had a backyard barbecue. We could have talked strategies against the Vex. There was a future there. They said no. Bob's been practicing. I can tell. Bob, you're on fire. You're on fire.
Yep.
And I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. I'm going to jump up here in her face. Give her some Tractor Cannon. Let her chew on that for a moment. Because remember, I'm on shotguns. And what that means is I have no distance weapons. But having played this before, I know that a lot of them come out right over here. But I don't want to be under her because she could do an AoE. That's fancy talk for kind of do a mid-air slam down. Did that suppress her at all? You know, it really probably doesn't work on her because she's the boss of this hole. And now the babies are out. And I am missing my strand grapple. That's what I'm missing. We'll punch that little baby in the face. I need to heal up, heal up. I wanted to get him a punch there because, you know, a good gun, 1-2 punch, can always be your friend. Wow, they're moving fast. The faster I spin, the faster they spin. Like if they're preset to spin at a number 7 and I go number 10, I should be able to spin faster. Spin faster. Now you see, Speakeasy Bob, he too has been here. This is deja vu. I feel like we've been here before. Now, that's... Who is that right there? Hello? Hello? If you'll pause for a moment, I can see who you are. Now, does she have another group of little baby servitors that come out? I don't know if she does or not. Yes, there they are. Here they are. Oh man, it just won't quite, I can't quite get up there and get them the way I want to. Let me try it again. Okay, I got a finisher on him. Look at this, twins. Where is she? Let's go in with tractor cannon. Give a swipe, a slice and a dice. Is she still up? Kapow! We have the power! Alright, and just like that, she is no more. She is no more. That's a good clan name, is no more. I'm liking it. XO or Z007, thank you, buddy. Thank you. Alright, now let's give out some commendations. This guy, you did good, buddy. You did good. Bob with 253. I got 92. And Hergel got 9. Hergel, you were on fire. Hergel is clanless. And he's a level 5. He was basically just born here. He's not been here for long. You know, he's working his way up. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, buddy.
I can join in now.
Yeah, we went to space just to pick you up, Brad. We're going to pick you up, and good times will be had. Eric H., next time I catch a stream, I got to get up on my friends list, heading to bed. Thank you, Eric. Have a good night, buddy. Sleep well. The morning is upon us. I mean, it's going to be here momentarily. I mean, but the sunshine can't be far away. My gosh, he sent me a friend invite. Connor, thank you, buddy. Thank you, thank you. I will take a look at those. I will take a look. Now, I've got Brad. I've got Speakeasy Bob, and we have the power. We have the power. I mean, yeah, you know, any utility company would want the kind of power we have. We can light up a small city. We can warm Alaska. That's what I'm saying. All right, let's do one more of these for fun. Launch. Launch. 007 says, Brad, how's it going? How's it going?
It is going.
Big shout out to Brad and Speakeasy Bob for hanging out with me on this up all night broadcast of Ransom Rider Live. That's me. Now, was I happy with three shotguns? You bet I was happy. Do I want to try something else? Yeah, sure. Let's try something else. Why don't I have, I need a better selection in here. I'm going to have to swap some weapons out. I've not been using these linear fusion rifles, although I know I need to.
And it looks like they have Imperial backup. You can catch them if
Let's do something like this. Let's put Buried Bloodline in. If you've hung out with me on some prior live streams, I'm at 59% on the Catalyst. I'm going to work on it. Oh, no. Look what they've done to us. They're trying to put a damper on our party. You're not going to do it, Bungie. You're not going to do this to us. We're going to put a damper on this because we're going to shut this down. This is a whole mess of Vex in here and Cabal. And we're going to shut them down. Bob's already spewing solar? Now remember, we don't want the little Scion to get close to this, Vex structure because they'll disrupt. They're disruptive. I'm going to pick the heavy up. I'm picking up the heavy. Now, chat, remember, these heavy crates, you want to shout it out because your whole team might want to partake. Those are timed once they're opened. Oh, look, there he is. Get out of here. Whew, that was close. That was close. Do the little
on that catalyst. I can do special finishers and give you ammo.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Pretty much, if you see me finishing anything, it'll drop special.
All right, I'm seeing special. I'm seeing a lot of special, and I was thinking, I'm so lucky. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, buddy. Brad, I feel like you were probably just an exceptional student at whatever you endeavor to, set your mind to. Because you've got a mind like a vice grip for this Destiny information. So I know teachers must have loved you.
I was quiet. I wasn't a really outgoing student.
Well, I definitely understand about that because I was the same way.
Mainly because half the people that were in my class were less than ideal, I guess.
You're on the right track. Keep drilling down. You'll hit gold soon enough.
There's a lot of interesting critters. Yeah.
odds are good. That's where their commander is.
Now, Brad, did you go to a big school? Were you in a big school?
I don't think it was that big. It was like 600, maybe.
600. I went to school with 77 people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we all knew each other. We all knew each other. There was no getting around it. You know, with 77 people, guess what? You're going to bump into every single person each day. Each day, you're going to see everybody.
Yeah, no, I knew like 5 people total.
Well, I mean, I can definitely say I did know everyone. But even in a really small school like that, I'm opening the heavy. Even in a really small school, I still, you know, felt like I didn't get around and socialize enough. Oh, look at this big guy. Now, this strike, okay, I mean, I'm going to just talk about it. This strike, I don't like how everything has a waffle pattern around it, meaning it's shielded. Get out of here, Vex. Your programming's bad. Everything in here basically is shielded that we have to kill to progress this. And I would prefer that they not be that way. I can only hold 19 bullets for this. They really need to up that. You know, we're going to need 21. 21? Yeah, we're going to need 21. Buried Bloodline. Buried Bloodline. The exotic from Warlord's Ruin. Was its thunder stolen? Here's my question. Was its thunder stolen because of another gun that you can acquire from Warlord's Ruin, Indebted Kindness? I kind of feel like it was. Chat, leave a comment. If you're watching this past the live stream, what are your thoughts? Indebted Kindness? You know, it doesn't take up the exotic slot. You see it here. It has a blast radius of 70. Let's compare it to Buried Bloodline. Buried Bloodline just looks so much better. It looks better from a stat perspective. Well, and it's a lot prettier. You know, I'll just say that. Buried Bloodline, it's shiny, it's pretty, it looks fancy. Fandangled. Fandangled. Was that a real word? We used to say that back home. Fandangled. That could be a real word. Hey Google, define fandangled.
On the website publicationcoach.com, they say, the noun, which means useless ornamentation, or an ornate but useless ornament, dates back to 1835 and is thought to come from the southern U.S., perhaps an alteration of fandango, a lively Spanish dance.
Time to show the big boss
Interestingly,
what you
the
got.
Urban Dictionary also lists
know how to
fandango
get
as
their
a verb,
attention.
meaning to obtain by unscrupulous means.
All right, you got off track there, Miss Google. But yeah, fandangled, useless ornamentation. There you have it. It is a word. It is a word. Thank you, chat. Thank you. And I'm kind of surprised about that because it sounds made up. That sounds like I would hear from somebody that say, Ransom, you just made that up. No, it's a word. It's real. But thoughts on Buried Bloodline? Leave a comment. Brad, what are your thoughts about Buried Bloodline? I know you have the
I
catalyst
think
filled out.
it's with the catalyst is a lot nicer, honestly. Because when you have Devour going, you can weaken targets 15% each time you shoot them. But I think like the general like community consensus is like it's good to like get Devour procced and then switch off of it and use like a different weapon. But me personally, I think the gun's just good on its own. Like, obviously,
Now,
there's better
Brad has
alternatives,
weighed in. Everybody else weigh in. 007, do you have the weapon? Like, I'm out of ammo. But this, we've beat this guy.
At this point,
007 says, Ransom, you gotta stop baiting us. Rorschach, hello. Is Rorschach, did I miss him coming into chat? Hello, Rorschach.
Yeah, he was in Twitch chat.
I have played with Rorschach before. He's an excellent guardian. Rorschach's an excellent guardian.
I know
when I hear Rorschach, I always think of that guy off that, was it The Watchmen with the blue guy?
The effort every now and again.
He was like a Rorschach on his face, and it was constantly changing. Androxus, hello, buddy. Hello, hello. I'm all about the words. I'm about the words. All right, how did we do? Brad with 89. Speakeasy Bob with 120. I picked up the remainder of 47. That was all that was left. The team is on fire. You can be on fire. Hang out with us late night with Ransom Rider. That's me. Come on in now. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. We're discussing words. And yeah, so I'm a big fan of really trying to expand my vocabulary, because where I grew up, you know, there's about 50 words you need to know, and none of them are in the English dictionary. Directions, if you got directions in my hometown, you would definitely hear something like, well, you go down yonder, turn left at the big oak tree, and then go about a mile. Go a mile, and you'll be there. And mule, M-U-L, that actually is mile. Or you could hear something like, there's a big flower bed. And flare, F-L-A-R-E, that really is flower. I know people can have trouble really communicating in my region. But, I love an accent. I do love an accent. I played with a Guardian from Scotland just recently. Lucent, those moths, don't let them get close. They bite, they're deadly. But I loved hearing his accent. It's in a video just a few videos back. A phenomenal accent. Oh my gosh, lucent moths everywhere. Look at all of them. They're ballerinas. That looked like the Russian ballet jumping up there. I mean, they were all synchronized. Look at this guy. I'm using my sidearm. This sidearm, I'm a fan. You know, I did get this inside of Root of Nightmares. I enjoy Root of Nightmares. I know there was a lot of vitriol about Root of Nightmares. I did not jump on the vitriol wagon because I thought it was a lot of fun. You know, every raid doesn't need to be a level 10 on difficulty. It's okay to have a level 5. It's okay to have a level 3. If you were ranking Root of Nightmares 0 to 10 on the fun factor on just a raid, no very specific parameters like, you know, what you had to do to get through. Just, you know, what did you have fun or not? Where would it rank for you, 1 to 10? I'm going to say Root of Nightmares. I'm going to give it a 7. Hexy says an 8 to 9. I thought it was a lot of fun. Hexy, the reason I rate it a little bit lower, a 7, which I think is very respectable, is because Nezarek himself just can drive me crazy.
You ranking it off of fun, you said?
1 to 10, just fun factor.
I'll say like a 3.
Brad gives it a 3. Brad comes in with the low score.
I just don't like it. I don't like having to play connect the dots.
Brad is a big no. That's a big no. So Hexy, that levels out the scores we gave. Chat, what about the rest of you? Gumi, hello. Gumi says a 6 for Root. Okay, a 6 for Root.
It only gets a 4 because of planets.
I just thought, you know, I thought it was fun. I thought it was fun. And I still enjoy it. One of the other reasons I give it a 7, this is going to seem maybe a little strange, maybe not. I give it a 7 because Crota's End is so good, and it's a redo. Crota's End, you know, it's not all new. It was brought forth from D1.
Do you want my honest ranking of Crota?
Yes, give it to me.
2 tops. I can't stand them to sit there and wait.
A 2 tops? Now, Brad, come on.
I
We've
can't
had
stand
good
there and wait
times
for the
inside of
smash to charge.
Crota's End, and you're a star in there. Brad, you're a star inside of Crota's End. How can you rate it that low?
I just don't think it's fun having to sit and wait for the chalice.
All right. What
Especially
about
after
Last
20
Wish?
seconds.
How do you rank it? How do you rank it?
It's a tough one.
Finch, we're stuck again. Seriously, but I did the thing. It's just this hive tech.
Baby
What's the
thralls?
second one?
Baby thralls. Chat, just so you know, as we're talking about raids and ranking them, these baby thrall, you may not know this, little known fact, the baby hive thralls here, they can actually grow up.
Close to the swamp now.
They can grow up to be an ogre. They can grow up to be a wizard, what I like to call a witch. They can be a hive knight. They could be, given time and enough feeding, they could be a Savathun.
Funny how that works.
There's potential. What I'm saying is, if you see a baby thrall, shoot it DED. Give the baby thrall a to-go box and put a nail in the lid. Because they're going to grow up and they will be even worse if they are left out. And they'll come up behind you. They will run up on you. Like these Screebs. Do the Screebs grow up to be anything? They could be fully formed. I wonder about the
To be
Screebs.
disappointed.
But now, Brad, that was off the subject. It was off the subject. What are your thoughts about... Oh, look, the weight of darkness is gone. My team has made it. Where do you rank Last Wish?
Rival of Oryx, and he's no joke.
Gumi says Root is fun at planets, but connect the dots as a mechanic gets really old really fast. Connect the
rate.
dots.
I have a feeling like no raid is gonna get to 10 for me. But that's only because I just don't really like raids all that much compared to dungeons.
Oh, now, Brad, you prefer the dungeons. You like those the best?
10 to 1, yeah.
10 to 1. All right, that's another subject. Let's just
I'd say
finish.
Last Wish is probably like a 4.
Last
Just on, like,
Wish
how
is a
long it is.
4. So now, if we just look at all the raids, you know, I know you've just said they're not your preference. Which one, if I said, Brad, choose a raid, which one would you choose? Now, not based on weapons that drop or armor, just which raid would you choose?
Real good question. I have to look at the raids. I don't remember what raids are in this game.
All right. You know, I will say right now, despite the swinging lantern section, despite it, okay, just despite it, I'm going to say that right now, Crota's End has really, it's surpassed Vow of the Disciple for me. I know that's crazy talk because Vow of the Disciple has a charismatic boss that just is absolutely fun to play with. You know, that's the kind of boss that you want to play with. Rook. Root's got the boots. They were made for walking. They were made for kicking and stomping. And I really liked Vow of the Disciple. If I could shorten the swamp buggy ride, Vow of the Disciple probably would be the king of raids for me. I mean, it probably would. But the swamp buggy, I feel like once we've opened that thing up, we should just be taken right to the first true encounter where you have to do the raid mechanics. So, but you know, we would lose the hidden chest, but you could have an option. You can step through the portal or not. Kind of like, which peel do you want? There is no spoon. There is no spoon.
I think if I was asked to choose any raid to do, I'd honestly be Garden.
And there you have it. There you have it, Guardians.
I know,
Brad, if
Hot
given
Take
the
number
choice,
540.
if given the choice, Brad says Garden. And I think Garden of Salvation is absolutely beautiful. I would say that it probably is the most beautiful until Root of Nightmares came along. And then Root of Nightmares, you know, it's got the color palette. You know, when Bungie and the Destiny folks were designing Root of Nightmares, they had the big box of crayons. They had the big box of crayons. And they were able to go wild. They said, don't restrain yourself. Go with this color palette and have fun. I'm surrounded. I miss my grapple. I like just grappling toward them and punching them in the face. Hexy says he loves the way Root of Nightmare looks. Yeah, they went wild with the big box of crayons. I'm not talking about, you know, the 36 box. I'm talking about the full-on 240 colors. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And I was glad to see it. Like, I ran through there, popcorn. I ran through there amazed at how beautiful it all was. Now, I just recently did the planets in Root of Nightmares. Really, to where I actually thought, you know, this is not as horrible as I thought it was. Because there are a lot of different ways, depending on your team. There's a lot of different ways to do the planets. You know, 1, 2, 3, ABC. You know, section 1, section 2, section 3, section 4. I mean, there's just, it's all over the place. It's all over the place. So when you are playing with someone that maybe you're not familiar with, or someone new on your team, it might be a challenge to just get that little section down initially, but it will come to you. Speakeasy Bob with 97, Brad with 96, myself with 86. A very even distribution there. Very even distribution. Let's do another one of those. Gumi says Vault and Legit Riven are 9 and 10 respectively, and the rest of the raid is around 3 or 4. So I think it ends up being an 8 or 9. Legit Riven, Gumi. Now, Gumi, I feel like, what, 90% of teams have never completed it legitimately. I have been through there, and I even know how many times I've done the whole raid legitimately. Twice. I've done it twice. And that's with taking Riven's eyes out. Now, we keep talking about that in Coterie of Arms. Havoc wants to go through the full, no shortcuts, no cheesy nothing. Wants to go through the full Last Wish. And I'm for it. I feel like every team needs to experience the way, you know, it was fully intended. Now, if we're just running it for fun, give me cheese and crackers all day long. I'm a cheese and cracker fan. I don't mind the cheese in some of the raids because of the time investment. And you might be wanting to get like 2 or 3 raids in a day. So I understand employing cheese. But I also, you know, I didn't hate on the full Last Wish. Ming says, Vow of the Disciple is my favorite by far. Yeah, it was my number 1 for a very long time. Now, I will say this. As a team, as a clan, we've had a ton of fun inside. Look at this tiny heavy. I'm going to open the heavy. We've had a ton of fun just really going through Deepstone Crypt. Deepstone Crypt. Don't forget about it. We really have enjoyed ourselves, and I think people just like the little break in the middle of, you know, jumping through space. You know, Clovis Bray is the mad scientist. He plays the part absolutely to perfection inside of Deepstone Crypt. So I like Deepstone Crypt, and I do have more completions in Deepstone Crypt than in any other raid. And I think we've become so proficient that I can definitely, you know, we can do it quickly. We can do it quickly. And the weapons are good, although this is not a weapon chat about raids. This is just how do you like it, you know, and that's probably the design, aesthetic, the mechanics, your thoughts. But Jacob, hello. I do really, you know, enjoy getting in with the full team, you know, with 6 players. Although Holding a Grenade has invited me on a Petra run, a 3-man Petra run. Could I do it? Do I have that skill set? That remains to be seen, because I haven't taken Holding a Grenade up on that offer. Petra's run, you have to be deathless. The entire team must be deathless. Jacob, it's good to see you, buddy. Oh, I walked right into that, staring at chat. Gumi says, I would like Val a lot more if the opening Sparrow part didn't exist. But, you know, raids are a lot of fun because you get that camaraderie, you get to hang out with teammates, you form friendships through shared experience. And that's really what makes so many raid encounters a ton of fun, is shared experience. Now here I am in this section, and I don't have my grapple active. But a lot of this is just fall down. Their Autobot is still vacuuming. You missed a few spots. You know, the programming there, I feel so, you know, like, I feel like the little guy's been trapped here for a long time. Somewhere in this, Guardians, way down deep in this Bray Sciences laboratory, this is a big lab, right? You see those automated containers. They're like box cars. Those things are filled with exos. Filled. One day after, you know, the release of the final shade, we're going to see Clovis Bray get his freedom. He's going to realize, you see this part right here? This is a giant exo body. Clovis Bray I mean, why have we not thought of this? Clovis Bray has all the equipment. He has all the science, all the tech to pop himself right into the giant body. We know he's half formed. And here's the head of it all, right? There's like a Clovis Bray version 1 stuck in this thing.
Happy crawling.
But Clovis Bray, we haven't done with him. He's a loose end. He's been communicating with like the Big Dark. I don't even know that he's been communicating with the Witness. I think he's been communicating with the Big Dark. We're in trouble. We are in trouble. Hive, I'm carrying on a conversation here. Let's clear them out and let's continue to chat, because we are up all night. I like this weapon. I like it a lot. Sidearms are barrier weapons this season. We're going to have them for, you know, many more months. I think June is the final shape. Goomy, does he play? Does he play? And why is he up right now? Why is your son up so late, Goomy?
That is one big shrieky eye.
One big shrieky eye. This is a big shrieky eye. Super early. What time is it? 3:30.
It's early. Oh, it's over.
Early morning, but I mean, we couldn't even get a breakfast biscuit right now at a fast food place. I do like a breakfast biscuit. Like, give me a good breakfast biscuit and I can be happy. I can skip lunch if I have a good breakfast biscuit. Who makes the best breakfast biscuit? But yeah, Deepstone Crypt, I love it. Vow of the Disciple, I really think it's super well done. I feel like Root set the Destiny community on fire with his ability to strut and bad talk you. He's sassy, and I really like that about him. You know, I like that he's sassy, he carries on, he struts around, he stomps on you. And every time I get in there with him, I want to cue the music. These boots were made for walking. That's kind of what I picture, you know, him having, is that music. And I feel like that would be an appropriate soundtrack for him. Now, which raids have we not talked about, really? Did we hit on all of them? Have I forgotten one?
King's Fall.
King's Fall. King's Fall. I would probably rank King's Fall dead last. Dead last for me. If I'm hanging out with the team and they're saying, let's do a raid, I don't know that King's Fall would be, you know, my chosen. That would not be my choice. Mohammed, thank you so much for that. Oh, Goomy, your son does play and he's up right now and wants a hello. He needs to come in and hang out with me. Mohammed, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you saying that. All right, let's go into another one. The chat is just now getting started. But yeah, King's Fall, what are your thoughts about it, chat? What do you think about King's Fall? I want to know.
I think King's Fall is at least top 5.
Brad, King's Fall is top 5?
Yeah.
Chat, a revelation has been made.
I was hating on Last Wish because it was long, but
The fallen will continue to claw
King's Fall's a long set too, but at least it's good.
Now, how many raids do we have inside of Destiny 2 right now?
We've located the House of Devil's Lair.
8 raids, 8 dungeons.
8.
feeding them their strength. We must destroy this
Chat, if you're watching this past the live stream,
screaming
leave a comment. Let me know how you rate your the raids. You know, give me number 1. It would be your favorite, or rank them 1 to 10. I'd love to hear from you. You know, let me know, because we do as a clan, we raid a lot. Oh, Goomy, King's Fall is a top 5 for you as well.
Oh, Ransom, did you see you got 2,000 subs now?
Yes, thank you, Brad. I did
I
hit.
saw that like this morning, I think.
Yeah, I was excited. I had a party in my head. And a big thank you for everybody. I did hit 2,000 subs on the channel. And I feel really just blessed about that, because, you know, it's when you do something that you love and you get to share that with other folks, that makes it really all the more special. Now, I want to change this real quick. I hope they're not out there just striking me down. Leave me alone. They ganged up on me. I got them, though. That's, you know, that was potential Savathun's destroyed. Get out of here. But yes, thank you, Brad, for pointing that out. I appreciate you. A couple of folks came in to chat that said they had noticed it as well. Now, you know, the next milestone is what? I'm not really sure.
And 5K is a nice little
5K. Someday it would be nice to get one of the YouTube plaques. But most of those are reserved for, you know, your AAA gamers.
I think the smallest one is 100K.
Yeah, that's the smallest one is
Little ones,
100,000. The AAA gamers get that kind of
Or
thing.
you can get like custom made ones.
I'm close, but just so you know, there's multiple.
Of course, they aren't like authentic or whatever, but I think you can buy them like from the same company that makes them for YouTube.
Well, I love seeing people have them, because it's just a lot of fun for me. I tell you, the real reason I started just live streaming is Shirley Curry. If you know her, or you were a Skyrim fan and you know who Shirley Curry is, I absolutely watched her one day, and Havoc had been on to me, you know, for years, saying, you know, you should stream, you know, because you're so rotten, everybody could get a kick out of it. But Shirley Curry actually is like, you know, 80 years old, maybe over 80, and she plays Skyrim, and she live streams Skyrim. And I just think she's absolutely phenomenal. Well, guess what? Shirley has over 1 million followers. Over 1 million followers. And the Skyrim people have, you know, they like send her gift baskets. Gift baskets. And I thought, you know, if Shirley can live stream, I think I can live stream.
Surely you can too, but...
But Havoc screaming in my ear, that pulled him out of bed. Havoc is definitely, he had been on to me, and Chad, I just said that. Did he miss that part? He had been on to me saying, you need to live stream. And Havoc did fully set up my whole setup here. He did the... Oh, now he's in chat. I ask your opinion about raids. I get a dead wall of silence. That woke him up. Hello, Havoc. Hello. But yes, you get 100% Havoc. You are the reason I am in Destiny. I don't know that without Havoc I would have picked it up all those years ago. But there was a day when Havoc got mad and he said, I'm not going to help you again. You're on your own from now on. I think I think this is what it is, okay? This is what my thoughts about it were. I think we went through something, and when we came out on the other end, I think I had more kills. That might have been the turning point where he really said, you're on your own. You can do this on your own. And maybe I threw more grenades, but it was something. It was something. Go down, Brig. Go down. I feel like that thing sat there forever with a tiny little fraction of health. Oh, Bungie is going to raise Glimmer to 500,000?
If you need more vault space, Havoc, you're a hoarder.
They need to raise the vault space. I just want, you know, a stationary weapon. Like, this is the standard roll that's going to drop. I want that to always be, you know, pullable from the vault. You know, from, you know, when we go look at guns, not really the vault, but from collections. I want it to be pullable from collections. Like, if you delete this, you can get one back. You know, it's not going to be the definitive roll. You know, it's not going to be the director's cut, but it's going to be, you know, the basic weapon. Like, this should be the basic weapon, and this is what you will get if you just totally delete it, and then you want it from collections later. Collections should be utilized for more than just a picture. Should be more than just a picture. And I want weapons to really, when they are intrinsically, okay, here's what I want. Here's what I really, really want. When I see a weapon, you know, the exotics or even perhaps legendaries, if it intrinsically deals with champions, meaning barrier, unstop, overload, if it intrinsically deals with them, I want it to show that symbol on the square icon. I don't want it hidden deep inside in, you know, paragraph 2 of what the weapon can do. I want it just there. Right now, it has like a season symbol. Chat, a season symbol, does it really, do we all like keep up with the seasons based on their symbols? I don't. Now, I know probably like Havoc can, Brad can probably look at some of the symbols and know what the season was. But I want to be able to go over and look at some of these weapons that have intrinsically champion, and I want to know without having to delve into menus. I want to know. How did I do on that one? Speakeasy Bob with 154, Brad with 126, and I cleaned it all up at 59. Let's go into another one as we chat about Destiny 2. So when I go over and look at this, I go to collections, right? And I'm going to open up these exotics. And you can see upper left hand of the icon, their season symbol. That really doesn't mean anything to me. You know, if they want to keep the season symbol, fine. But right beneath it, put a little symbol that lets me know like what it does. Arbalest should really have a little triangle right there to let me know it deals with barriers. You know, I would like that.
Look in the like where the intrinsic perk is. It's showing its barrier champions.
Well, I want it on the out, but I'm talking about on the outside of the icon though, Brad, where it would show.
Gotcha.
But this would, you know, you have to look at it and then read to find out it's barrier champion. But it seems like there's some of them that, you know, you can't, it doesn't even really, you have to delve into it and read that. I just wanted to show right up here. I wanted to say this one will definitely, firing a bullet from it is going to give you that barrier champion mod. Q, you're back. Welcome back. Is there a flag out? Yes, there's a flag. I like to rally the flag, get a head start. Use every weapon at your disposal. If you see a flag when you rally into this, oh, Q's playing Lethal Company. I did download that on my computer. I've played it, and then I have another one. Havoc told me that I now have, what is it, Havoc? Which one do I have? Where I think it actually destroys the environment as you're playing through. The finals. I have the finals. I feel like I need to play the finals. Will I like it? Would I play it long term? The long season that is Season of the Wish. Will I play it? I don't know. Thank you, Havoc. Thank you. But just some fine tuning on weapons. You know, I know we definitely can read about it. But I was thinking, like, Devil's Ruin. How does Devil's Ruin look? Let's take a look at it. Does it actually say on that initial page? Let me look. Exotic. Let's go down to energy. Let's find Devil's Ruin. Where are you, Devil's Ruin? Devil's Ruin. No. See, when you just look at that, nowhere on there, you're going to have to open it up and read more about it. And some of them are that way. There's a couple that are that way. It would be nice to have that little icon in the upper left-hand corner, because Devil's Ruin, I think it's unstoppable.
Yeah.
And I am a Devil's Ruin fan. Like, I like Devil's Ruin, you know, especially on a hunter. Wow, Strand, you know, I looked at bills. Okay, last night I was talking about, you know, I did go to bed. I fell asleep. I thought it was going to be a nap, but it turned into more than that. It turned into like me sleeping for 6 hours. But, you know, good came from that, because then I got to get up and hang out with you guys. But I was watching bills. You know, Solar Bills. Q, who's in chat right now, had mentioned to me that the Solar Titan, is it one of the big powerhouses right now, Q?
Oh, absolutely.
And I thought maybe I need to just play Solar for a little while. You know, I've been on Strand almost since introduction, you know, since I earned all the pieces. And then when it was fine-tuned, I loved it even more. And then with Armatarium, I get the double grapple, double grenade. But I thought, you know, maybe I need to look at Strand. You know, you see Speakeasy Bob running through here and just decimating the enemies. That's what we've got to do. We got to decimate them. You know, we need a reward and award that says the Decimator, because these enemies are now so numerous that we've got to all be Decimators, because if we're not, they're gonna eat us up. They will eat us up. And someday I want to be able to gather corn on Mars. That's what I want. And until we get rid of all these rotten undesirables, we're not going to be able to gather corn on Mars. It just won't happen. And by that I'm meaning, yes, there's cornfields on Mars. We see them, you know, in that time loop, that time wave. But we need to resettle Mars, humanity. We need to reclaim the planets. And we got to get rid of all these interlopers. Now, this is Navoda. You're never going to be Omnigul. I think she thinks she can claim this area and be Omnigul. You're not, Navoda. You'll never be Omnigul. But why hasn't Omnigul been resurrected? I wonder about it. If I was a ghost and I said, okay, you know, Savathun already has a ghost, Ala Kul has a ghost, who would I want to pull out, you know, as my ghost, or as my champion, as my Lucent Hive? I would be searching down the bones of Omnigul. Now, she could have been burned and scattered. I don't know. Maybe they'll never find her. But I feel like she would be a champion worth dealing with. Give us an Omnigul. Lucent Hive. I don't mean champion as in the barbed wire headdress champion. But Lucent Hive. I feel like she would be one that would strike fear into Guardians everywhere. Now, really, I should have used gunplay on her because this is just a normal strike, and you want to save really for some of these bigger guys that come out. Like, here's the spot. If you're doing this on a higher difficulty, this is the spot where you want to go all crazy, super. And then once you deal with all the ogres and the extras, use gunfire on her. And if you happen to have an extra super and they're not covered up with ads, use it on her. Use it then. But the ogre and all these little guys can sneak up on you, and they can overwhelm you just by sheer number. But now, Brad, back to just discussing, you know, you mentioned earlier that you really liked dungeons. What's your least favorite dungeon? Let's start there.
This one, I'd hope is obvious. Ghost of the Deep.
Ghost of the Deep. Brad has voted
There's way
his
too
least
much health in
favorite
there.
as Ghost of the Deep, the dungeon Ghost of the Deep. If you've not run it, don't run it. Stay away from it.
The problem with Ghost of the Deep is there's so many good guns in it.
And that's where you get the Navigator from. And, you know, you can get
There's
Artifice
Navigator,
armor there.
There's no survivors. There's Cold Comfort. There's the Glaive, which isn't too bad for a Glaive. And the Waveframe GL is really good too. Which I think is the most slept on weapon in that dungeon.
What about
Which is very
Ghost
surprising.
of the Deep, Brad, makes you vote it the worst?
Bosses are incredibly healthy in there for no reason.
Yeah,
they
like
have more
double,
health than
like
Vault.
double the health bar density of other bosses. Wouldn't you think so, Brad?
Mhm. That and yeah, 1-2 transition or the transition between first and second encounter takes
Forever.
so long.
Yeah. The methane. It's a no for me.
So long that like in speedruns, normally like people solo or two-man the first encounter, and the other two people go off like out of bounds and goes to the other encounter.
Hexy says the boss HP and transitions, which is what Brad definitely same idea about that.
You know
Now,
how long the
Brad,
first
what
encounter
if
is,
we
and it
then
takes-
jump to your absolute favorite? What is your absolute favorite dungeon?
Recently, Spire the Watcher's been kind of going up in my list.
Spire of the Watcher, which I enjoy. I
I
enjoy.
was trying to do a faster solo flawless run of it because my fastest was like 50 minutes.
Doing hot. Get a move on.
Got 40 minutes, but it also wasn't flawless.
Saw us coming. And watch out for
Spire's good.
Oh, Q says, ain't no way, Spire. Ain't no way. I don't hate on Spire the Watcher at all. I never wanted to follow the wires on the ground. I just never wanted to follow them. There was something about it that just left me cold. It left me cold. Oh, Speakeasy Bob is, I'm coming, Speakeasy Bob, I'm coming. Q, what is your favorite? And give us your worst first. What's your worst, Q? Give us your worst. And then tell us your best. Which one you would think is the best dungeon. Tainted Law says Spire is so awful. Q says it's garbage. I fall asleep during that dungeon.
It's a fun dungeon to solo. I'll say that much. I find myself doing solo dungeons more often than not.
Tainted Lost, what about you? Your favorite, and the one you would rank at the bottom. Chat, as you've heard me say in this one before, watch out for the Cabal transport pods, or as we like to say, the TTP, the Turtle Transport Pod. Because I would have been through this Deathless really dozens of times, but a Turtle Transport Pod has, fallen on my head several times.
Loot is bad from Spire? That's a take.
Q says Spire is the worst. Bosses are terrible, the mechanics are boring, and the loot is bad. Oh my gosh.
Special GL's awesome from it. It's the double fire frame. The machine gun's pretty good.
Tainted Law said I soloed Spire on Master. Now that's an accomplishment, Tainted. I remember I've done it on Master. EXO yesterday was just talking about running through and getting some of those high-end weapons out of Crota's end, and I fell asleep. I didn't get back up to go, take him up on that offer because I'd like to have the Adept shotgun.
Worst dungeon being Grasp of Avarice is a respectable opinion.
And Grasp of Avarice, Brad, how could they correct what makes it so rotten?
Remove the second encounter.
And the second encounter, you're talking about the hot air balloon type situation where we take the dead.
All have hardened bunkers up ahead.
I see a hole.
What do we take? The dead thing and we blow it up at the top. It's part of an Exodus ship. That I would like to have that shortened. I would like to have that shortened. The servitors. We have to take all those servitors out. And I would definitely like to just have that shortened. Maybe one servitor, maybe two at the most, but we have to do 5 of them, it seems, or 6. The Fallen Shield is a snoozer.
Yeah, that's true. It was the only thing that made that encounter even not sleep inducing was just going out of bounds and killing the Vandal.
Q, what's your favorite dungeon? What is your favorite? Tainted says the worst dungeon is Grasp of Avarice. Favorite dungeon is Ghost of the Deep. We are all over the place. I mean, we are all over the place on this.
Morning Havoc.
Ola Havoc, are you awake? Are you awake, buddy? You've probably been up since
well, I was gonna
yesterday.
Go to bed when I heard the yelling. Huh?
Yelling? Now look, you were playing. I did not wake you up. I don't imagine I woke you up. You no doubt you were in Final Fantasy 14 on your Chocobo seeking out a dungeon lord.
Story's got me.
My favorite dungeon. Do I have a favorite dungeon? If I had to choose, what would be my favorite one? I'm gonna say my favorite really is I like Warlord's Ruin. I like it. And then I like the one with all the hive on the moon. Heresy, the Pit of Heresy. But I really thought Warlord's Ruin, I've enjoyed it the times I've been in there. You know, I need to try to get down pat the way to make my way through the first area, you know, when you're in the dungeon. And you have to turn left, right, up, down. You know, I need to kind of just say, hey, I need to look at these turns and get them down pat so that I can remember how to get in and out of there. Q says it's close between Ghost and Warlord. I'm definitely, my top spot is Warlord's Ruin. And you're probably thinking, now Ransom, that's just because it's new. No, I actually really enjoy it. I do like the Pit of Heresy a lot. You saw us go through yesterday. We did a Wishender run with Stellar, and I'm glad she got Wishender from Shattered Throne. I like Shattered Throne a lot. It was so dark yesterday, though, and someone in chat told us, you know, there's something askew right now about it. Dirty, rotten, you hit me. I'm going to strand you for that. Be the river. Here, taste this river. Now, Tainted Law says Ghost difficulty made the solo more fun. If your damage is good, the fights aren't that long. Maybe 3 to 4 cycles. Loot is good. The lore is good. My only gripe is the water sections not being engaging enough. I think having forced Sivu Arath dialogue would make it more engaging rather than having to find the pickups. Overall, an insane dungeon. Q says exactly my point.
Nice work, Guardian. As always.
Wow, we're done already. We're done already. Mike says, man, you're really going for it. We're going for the gold. We're going for the gold. But, yeah, and I tell you, an unloved, often overlooked gem of a dungeon, okay, it's a gem of a dungeon, is duality. Right? I'm a fan of duality. I never went through duality. What's that, Brad?
In recent times, it's gotten a little better, but that's because they fixed the bell bug for the most part.
Yeah, and I didn't think they were ever going to fix that. Duality's way over here on Savathun's Throne World at the Enclave, you know, Mars. Now, this is Spire of the Watcher. Where's Duality at?
It's on the moon.
The moon. Let's go to the moon. That's right. Eris Morn. My friend Eris
It's
Morn.
actually the Pinnacle Dungeon this week.
Oh my gosh. Pinnacle Dungeon?
Echo current.
Somebody got booted? There's a problem with the internet?
That was Bob said he was going to bed.
Bob, sleep well, buddy. Sleep well. Let's run to the tower. I'm out of space. I probably lost some of those weapons I've been hoarding. Mike, I know it. I know it. I don't normally. I took a nap. It turned into like a 6-hour nap, and I woke up thinking, breakfast, bacon, toast, eggs, yes. And it was like 1:45, and I'm like, no, I've slept too long. And I thought, what should I do? Late night with Ransom Rider. That's what I need to do. The Up All Night broadcast. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. And so I fixed myself a hot green tea with lemon. I still have my Titan water that I never got around to. It's still, filled with ice, ready to go. Here it is, my big old 50-ouncer. Stay hydrated, even if you're gaming in the dead of winter. Get your fluids in. Get your fluids in.
Did you want a coffee?
Did you make coffee?
Speaking of, do you have... No.
Oh.
Prime time for coffee right now.
Yes.
I was fixing to say, you know where the coffee's at? The kitchen's downstairs on the right side of the house. I'm just cutting up with Havoc. Of course he knows where the coffee's at.
Hi there.
But yes, I would love one, Havoc. I would love one. Now, I enjoy making coffee. I've got videos up making coffee for Eva Levante, because every time she comes into town, if I'm standing next to her, she's the event queen, Eva Levante. Every time I stand next to her, she always says, she whispers it to me, I could sure use a nice cup of coffee. And I try to make her some coffee. I want to percolate her some coffee because she's been unhappy with everything that I've given her so far. But chat, I like my coffee, French press. I'm French press. I do like vacuum press coffee, although it's a little bit more involved. So I'm a French press coffee person. And I like it black. But I'm Southern. Okay, I'm Southern. Put a lot of sugar in it and some vanilla syrup. Yeah, it's all of a sudden like a dessert. I like coffee too when it's sweet and got the vanilla syrup in it. I'm a fan. But I just normally drink it black, straight up black. And Havoc's an excellent hand at making coffee. He does make a lot of coffee because he's a good hand at doing that. There's people I think that have the touch, and there's people that don't. I definitely have had coffee before. I was at a restaurant a few years back. You've probably heard me recount this story. And these loaded questions, I feel like I need to do something with them. Envious Assassin, Reservoir Burst, Envious Assassin, Eye of the Storm. But I was at a restaurant a few years back now, maybe like 2019. And I remember it because it was breakfast. Right? It was breakfast. It was like 10:30 a.m. I was having breakfast. And I don't order coffee out. Here's why. I ordered my breakfast, an omelet, cheese omelet with toast and grits. Grits, it's not sand. It's a delicious, addition to any meal, grits. And I ordered my meal. And after my order went in, a cup of coffee came out to the table. Well, I don't drink coffee and I, told the wait staff, I said, oh, okay, I didn't order coffee. I'm fine with water. Or I would have had a sweet tea. But that day it was just water. And she said, oh, okay, well, go ahead and keep it. And I said, oh, all right. And I kept the coffee, and I thought, well, I'm going to enjoy a cup of coffee. But I tasted that coffee. It was swill. It was swill. I could not drink it. And I looked around and out of the same pot, she had poured, multiple cups of coffee. And nobody else, I don't think anybody else thought there was anything, odd about the coffee. I just feel like I'm a coffee snob. I just want good coffee. I want good coffee. I like it made correctly. I like the water heated to 200 degrees. I like for it to steep in that hot water for 4 to 5 minutes. And then I want my cup poured fresh and, right now. I want it right now. But that coffee is the reason, I feel like a lot of people thought that was like okay coffee. No, it was not okay. Now, carbonated beverages, I feel like they're very consistent. Carbonated beverages have just gotten to that consistency point where they're nearly the same everywhere you go. Although I'm going to give, I'm going to say McDonald's has good carbonated beverages. There's just something about it that they seem very consistent, good fizzy. If I drank carbonated beverages, I feel like McDonald's does a good job. There's probably a lot of other restaurants that are absolutely great. Here in the South, we have a lot of Chick-fil-A's, and they have phenomenal sweet tea. But I've had phenomenal sweet tea at McDonald's. But there are definitely restaurants that don't get sweet tea right. It's got to be in the South. Okay, I'm in the Southeast U.S. Shout out to all the Guardians across the United States, Canada, and throughout the world that watch the channel. I appreciate you guys. But in the South, we are sweet tea people. And it has to be, chat, it has to be thank you, Havoc, thank you. Chat, curbside service. This is a black coffee. Let me try it. Thank you, Havoc. It's delicious. It's going to fog my glasses up. But, definitely it's 2 cups of sugar per gallon of sweet tea. And in the South, we like Louisiana and we like Lipton. They're heavy on the black Pico. But now on the tea that I normally drink, like you've seen me drinking the green tea today, I don't put any sugar in it. I just put lemon in it. Because if I were to drink the sweet tea like I like, I would be consuming a gallon of sweet tea a day, and that would be 2 full cups of sugar. And I just, I'm advanced. I'm a senior citizen. I don't need 2 full cups of sugar a day as much as I would like to have it. Because I grew up with sweet tea out of a bottle. When we were babies, like to placate you, they fill your bottle with sweet tea after you've had your milk. And they just, hello, buddy, how are you? They just, sweet tea in your bottle and, shove you outdoors because we had, big areas to play with, go have fun with your bottle, and, they'd keep an eye on you. I'm lucky that we made it. All right, now I'm still hanging out with fellow clanmate, friend, guardian, extraordinaire, Brad. And I want to go into something else. I definitely want to go into something else. What could we do? We're discussing dungeons. And Brad, what was your favorite dungeon? Ghost of the Deep?
I think I said Spire, but no.
Spire of the Watcher.
I don't know.
Spire of the Watcher, but you made good points for Ghost of the Deep. Time to game, says Q. What are you going to play, Q? What are you going to play? So, Brad and I should go in and just do a dungeon. What would you like to do, Brad?
a great question. Let's see what dungeons there are.
Let's not do a hard one though. Let's not pick a really hard one. Oh, you know, Presage is kind of a dungeon. I've not done that in a long time. Presage has a dungeon feel. Prophecy. You know, there is Duality. I've not been in Duality in a very long time. There's Pit of Heresy. The Derelict Leviathan. Duality. I do really like Pit of Heresy. I've not been in that in a while, Brad. What do you say?
Whatever.
All right, that coffee's good. It's hot. Be careful. That'll burn your tongue. It'll burn your tongue. We're going to go into Pit of Heresy, and we need one more. Chat, if you're feeling awake, if you're feeling up to the challenge, the Hive are down in this hole, and we got to clean it up. Clean it out. Get rid of them. And I always like this. This is where you will find Xenophage. Xenophage, the quest, really would be right here. And I've always...
Here, I was helping Stellar get Xeno.
Who are you helping with Xeno?
Stellar.
Oh, Stellar doesn't have Xeno either?
We got it just a couple days ago.
Okay, she got it. Stellar now has Xenophage. We're going to have to ask her and, you know, give her a hand to get all these weapons she needs. Scythe. Scythe is an excellent Guardian. I enjoyed Q playing with Scythe. Scythe is in my friends list. All right, we're jumping down into this. Now, remember, we have room for one. Oh, man, I hit that hard. I tried to slow down. I need better brakes on this jalopy. Now, this is, I'm an EXO, and this is number 1. You know, I'm Ransom Rider number 1. There's no 44 after my name. I've not been rebooted. This is my original boot. When my ghost found me in the Cosmodrome, I woke up an EXO, and this is my original EXO body. Ransom Rider 1. Havoc, you're welcome to join us. Give your Chocobo a rest. They need sleep. Chocobos need sleep. Chad, if you're wondering what I'm referring to about Chocobo, they've been in the Final Fantasy series for a good long time. I don't know when they officially released, but Chocobos, they're like baby chickens, but supersized.
You said you're on invite only.
Oh, I'm on invite only? Oh my gosh. When did I switch over to that? Public? I'm on public. Q, I don't know even when I did that. Well, I did off camera. I was running Lost Sectors at the 1840 level. And I think I switched it then. All right, the chair with cushion, the single line, and the X. Get off of me! Can't you see I'm trying to find what we're supposed to do in here, Mr. Hive? All right, I want this sword because there was a time where this place was kind of malfunctioning, and it was so hard. Have you already done the chair with the seat cushion on it?
No, I did the X.
Alright, I'm running that way. Ogre. There's an ogre in the room. I'm just going to drop down here. I'm going to avoid that ogre. And then I'm going to run right into another ogre. Hello, Mr. Ogre. Wow, he did stomp on me. He stomped me out. He stomped me out. Now, I was thinking I had unlimited swings on those, but they're actually, you know, they're limited. I like this little sidearm, but I just, you know, I believe in hand cannons on occasion and shotguns all the time. In fact, I need a song that's basically, you know, shotguns all the time. I want a shotgun all the time. They're old school swords. They do run out. I don't want to take this weapon. I need linear fusion rifle kills, but I don't want to take that. I'm going to take this. And I'm still working on getting Buried Bloodline. I need to be using it every time I've got ammo. Now, watch for that big beacon. That's your cue to go over and pick up the chest. Chest. And I can consume one of these. You might have these in your inventory. This is the Hymn of Desecration. I'm going to use that, and then that guarantees something. 007, I like the sidearm. I like it a lot too. This is Michael's Reverence, I think. It is from Root of Nightmares. Ooh, I thought I dropped down too low there for a moment. And a lot of those doorways, they have big jackhammers behind them. Like they punch you into space. You hit the back wall, and it knocks you out. You're done. You have to revive through your ghost. If you haven't done the Xenophage quest, it does come to fruition inside this dungeon. And it is a really good time. Now, I think that says Chamber of Suffering, so I need to make haste and get over here. I need to work my way over there because my fire team, appropriately named fire team, because they're on fire, they have doors open. The way forward has appeared. Alright, now I want to run over here and get the flag. And I do normally like a shotgun through Buried Bloodline. You're just going to have to wait. Let's go let's do Indebted Kindness and see what we think about it. Let's do Wish Ender. And I'm going to stick with... No, let's do Sword. I'm going to do a Sword. And then I'm going to rally the flag. And then we're going to be ready. Now remember, there's going to be snipers up top. Big Hive Knights that are going to throw down ugly on you. They throw down ugly. Wow, I don't know. I kind of like Indebted. Not kinda, I do. Indebted Kindness. It just has a lot of feel. It has a lot of punch, and for that reason, Buried Bloodline simply doesn't shine as much as it could have, because Indebted Kindness is just so good. And this one does have Volt Shot. It does have Volt Shot. So keep that in mind. Now, I see the ring active. Q's using a very special weapon. Hierarchy of Needs. And I'm wondering, if I pulled my Hierarchy of Needs out, would I be able to utilize the ring that Q's using?
Yeah, you can.
That would make it so good if you had a full fire team using it. Because Q is so good, Q will keep that ring open. See, it's still open. It is still open. Isn't that Hierarchy? What is that bow? Maybe it's not Hierarchy. It's me. Havoc's telling me that's not the bow. Oh, he says, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's late. It's early morning, and he's trying to confuse me. It's what he does. Oh. That's all you, Ransom. Oh, thanks. Alright, look at all these nasty worms. Ugh. Hive worms. Knock them out if you see them. Now, of course, I'm out of ammo with Indebted Kindness. And if you're out of ammo, that means have a sip of coffee.
Yeah, everybody knows that's what that means.
Now, the game will actually give you a visit from the ammo fairy. Like, for example, if I had, all these green brick weapons, special weapons in with the power weapon, and I ran out of ammo, it will deliver ammo to you after, what, like 45, 50 seconds? Now, in this section, you actually have some witches that you need to find. I think there's a shrieker around here. You can really pay attention. Thank you, chat. Thank you, thank you. You can pay attention to your radar, and often it will show up. Now, I will be the first to confess that I've fallen in here. And when you fall in here, it's rough. Like, I can't see what I'm doing right now. And I just ran out of those. I just ran out. The screen was dark. The screen was dark. Like, Ghost, give me some light in here. I actually saw that I was going to fall right there, but I think it's reviving me in a very... No, it's not. Okay. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I was fixing to say, it's reviving me in a precarious spot. But look how dark right here it is. Shed some light on that, Mr. Ghost. Do your job. Yeah, yeah. Alright. I'll need to get over there. Let's wait till this gets out. I don't know. Is this coffee decaf? It is decaf. They have just confirmed it. This thing, no wonder I'm tripping and falling. All right, now I know my team's already making haste to the boss arena, and here I am catwalking. Ooh, I don't want to go through those, but, you know, I'm thinking I may have to go through them. Oh, no, maybe I can go through this way right over here. How did the Hive make it around here all the time? Now, this is another area where, you know, if you have a good memory on these things, you can remember, you know, where you're going, and you can find this so easy. I think we have, do we have this map inside of Discord? It's not a good map. We need to find a better map, basically, for this. Now, I have found my way forward, and I'm running. Run, Ransom, run! Studio light, you're a little bit bright for this time of day. I'm going to just turn it that way a tad. All right, you can still see me. You can still see me. Now, this is one of those sections where you want to have a weapon for boss damage. So, as much as I love a good sword, and I do, you know, sword it up, cue the music, cue the music. Let me get over here and put something in that I think will be conducive to winning this. You know, maybe I should use tractor cannon, shotguns. I'm going to use, let's use this. And then let's go in with maybe Caraxus. I'm okay with Caraxus. Let's rally the flag and let's do it. Now, what's this guy's name?
Zolmak.
Zolmak. He's not been brought back. Zolmak, they don't like you. All right, pick up the sword. Now on this, you want to just hold down your block and then let the dirty work happen, because this bounces back and it gets rid of that guy fairly quickly. And I'm going to use the sword just to take out a bunch of these little nuisance ads. They're like gnats. And then I'm going to run over and make a deposit. A deposit has been made. And Brad absolutely destroyed the witch. She had no ability to survive that. It's damage time. And just like that, he's gone. Get out of here, Zolmak. .007, like, you know, it was dark in there. It was dark, but not nearly as bad as yesterday's Shattered Throne. Shattered Throne was so dark. But chat said there was something, you know, some type of glitch with Shattered Throne. It just kept it so dark. I wasn't, you know, I didn't enjoy parts of it. Now, let me go ahead and give out some commendations. And Q with 139. I had 78. Brad had 48. And we got him done. We got him done. Brad had 781,000 points of damage. It seems like this guy used to take like millions of points of damage. I don't know what they've probably, because I think it's what, a level 1600 now. But still a good time. It is a good time. And I think you can get armor that has fair stats. I think they do still have fair stats. Q, I like Winter's Bite. I had not used it at all. And then, you know, I ended up actually using it and thoroughly liking it. And I think it was nerfed. You know, I think I used it way past the nerf point. I think it was nerfed. All right, now that was Pit of Heresy, and I'm always a fan. Let's run through something else that's not going to be, you know, super, super long. What could we do?
So my last thing, because
you're fading. Are you fading, Brad?
Yeah.
All right, what's a short one? Let's do something short. Brad's getting tired. Let's finish up with just a Vanguard Strike. These are always good because a lot of the dungeons, they are going to take longer. They're a time commitment. You have to commit. Brad's going to go to bed at 5 o'clock, and then we will see him at 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Yep. There it goes.
But normally, I like to get up in the morning. I like to have breakfast chat. You know, I'm definitely all about a breakfast. There's one kind of cereal that I eat called muesli. Oh, no, not this one. The waffle pattern's a big no for me.
And it looks like they have Imperial backup.
I wonder what strike do people pull out of most often? It used to be the one here. Okay, I know what we're going to do. There's one that I love. We're just going to planet select it. You know, if you can't get them to show up in the rotation, just planet select them. The Inverted Spire. It rarely ever shows up for me. Let's go in and give it a try. But some of these strikes I'm a big fan of, and a lot of them that initially were not strikes that were added to the strike rotation, they were part of expansions, seasons, and that one that I just pulled out of, I pull out of that one a lot. But it used to be the one on Nessus. What was it called? It is, the Exodus Crash. Everybody would pull out of the Exodus Crash. Now, there used to be a time when I didn't really like Exodus Crash, but I don't mind it now. I feel like it could be fine-tuned. Now, there is a way you can bypass. You do not have to wait for this at all. You can jump on down and get past all this stuff. I will try to point to it when we get to the area. And you just saw all those turtle transport pods come in, the TTPs. Right there, right, you can jump from there to this and bypass all that stuff that we just did. Unless they fixed it. Now, it could have been fixed. And you can pull a sparrow right here. You know, you can pull a sparrow and you can make haste. See me? I just got a sparrow. And you can book it through here. You see Brad on a sparrow. Oh no, you don't, little Scion, trying to pinpoint Brad with your beam of destruction.
I think they're trying to contain the
No beam of destructions today. The way forward has appeared. The way forward. Whoa, they are rocking it. They're rocking it. I'm going to have to clean this mess up. They're going to leave a few behind. I'll have 10 or 15 kills when we're done here.
Rest easy, feel safe. The Guardian has this.
I almost got him. I almost had time to get...
Of course, the drills have armed crews.
Friendly suggestion. Drop them first, Captain.
You know, the Exodus Black failsafe, the Exodus program, we have failsafe here on Nessus. Do we need to free her? Why don't we put her in an exo body? I feel like failsafe needs freedom. We need a campaign. Free failsafe. But having said that, would she ever leave this area? I really think that failsafe, she hopes that her crew will come back.
Just so you know.
It's a tragedy. It is a tragedy.
Energy signature.
And the only way to reach it is down past those giant pointy drill bits.
She keeps hoping that we would find some of her crew, or we would find evidence, you know, that some of her crew is around.
I think they want their drill back.
But they're not around, failsafe. They're not around. They're gone. They've been gone for a very long time. You've turned into a basket case. She's, you know, she has programming that's gone bad. She has a dual personality in there. So I wished Rasputin, before he departed, you know, he died of true love. He loved Anna Bray. But I wished he would have, like, brought her back into unity, made her whole again. He probably had the power. You know, he was the sentient war mind from the greatest technology that we really had in the golden age. He was the best. Now, Brad actually made it fully across.
Cabal don't need to stick the landing.
And I'm a fan of that. I like seeing Guardians expand the possibilities that are available to us. It's why I love watching videos by, like, Zemo and his world records. Because it lets us know more is possible. Even beyond what the designers intended. Designers! Yeah, more is possible. Now, I could really see this being refreshed and them doing something really phenomenal with it. But to Destiny, to the Bungie folks, Bungie, thank you for designing this beautiful world that we get to play in. To them, you know, a refresh is adding a few champions. You stomped on me, sir. You're immune. Get out of here. Oh, I thought he was going to go straight for the bottom. And he's immune.
Oh, they ruined the strike because of this right here.
It's switching guns.
He's switching guns. No, say it ain't so. But we got him. It just took a couple of seconds. Couple of seconds.
Not getting up to that. Follow? We're good.
But I've not even seen this on the Grandmaster version in a long time. And it has been a Grandmaster in the past.
Golden Age computer core.
All right, now I'm going to run us to the tower. And then I'm gonna actually make my way to the kitchen, and it's bacon and egg time. It's bacon and egg time. Let's go to the tower and see if we had anything waiting for us. Because that strike, I Planet selected that, it will just repeat. You know, you can stay in the loop. And you might want to do that if you're working on a catalyst or you're, you know, trying to learn all the steps, or maybe you're new to the game. I always enjoy some of those. And I like I think it's Insight Terminus I'm a fan of. There's a lot of the strikes that I really enjoy. And the thing about it is, some of them are older. They are original to the release of Destiny 2. And those strikes, I enjoy them, a lot of them. It's some of those newer ones that I will just back out of them. I used to back out of the Corrupted on the Dreaming City. But, you know, it's a good opportunity to fine-tune your skill set if you're working with scout rifles, bows, some ranged weapons. You can have a good time in there. You really can. So, you know, I still enjoy so much of the game. You know, 98% of it I really still enjoy immensely. And I like to play just constantly. I play almost every single day. Every once in a while, I miss a day. That dropped at 65. That's an okay Dreambane plate. You know, it's ugly to look at, but the stats are fine on it.
I'm gonna hop for the night.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you for hanging out with me. Q, thank you. Speakeasy Bob, thank you. Everyone inside of chat, thank you, thank you. I, too, am going to go for breakfast. I want you guys to join me very soon inside the gaming world of Destiny 2. Shout out to my fire teams. Shout out to each and every one of you. Get those revives. Be good to each other, because one day we're going to have to fight the Witness. You know it's coming. It's coming very soon. Bye. Bye. Thank you, chat. Thank you.